While Maryland is set to host the Big Ten softball tournament for the first time ever this postseason, the Terps may be watching from the stands. 36 games into the season, Maryland softball is treading water, trying to keep any bit of its playoff hopes alive. We'll break down the Terps' struggles and everything else Maryland softball on this edition of the Left Bench in Focus.
Welcome to the Left Bench in Focus, brought to you by Terrapin Sports Central. I'm Jake Ballard, this is Joe Wagman, and although it's been a tough stretch for them as of late, we're here to talk about Maryland softball.
That's right, Jake. The team has been struggling as of late, but there's still a month left or so of the regular season for them to turn it around.
Speaking of struggles, let's jump right in and get started with the Terps' most recent action at Penn State. The first two games were straight-up blowouts, as Penn State run-rolled the Terps in the fifth inning of both games. The final game, though, was up for grabs. Aubrey Wurst was on the mound for the Terps and was pitching a masterclass, giving up one hit heading into the seventh inning. It was then when Maryland's hearts were broken. The Nittany Lions got their second hit of the contest, a two-run walk-off home run, getting Penn State the series sweep.
The Terps are in the midst of a very tough stretch as they currently sit dead last in the Big Ten with an overall record of 13-23 and a conference record of 1-14. They began the season going 10-9 in non-conference play, which included 4 straight wins in their Terrapin Invitational. Maryland opened conference play at home against Rutgers, picking up its lone Big Ten in the Game 2 of the series 2-1. Since then, the Terps have lost 13 straight conference games and have only won twice, with an 8-2 win over Delaware and a thrilling 11-7 walk-off over George Washington. Maryland will look to snap a 9-game losing streak on Wednesday as they kick off an 8-game homestand against Georgetown.
To talk about the season, we are lucky to be joined by Terps pitcher Aubrey Wurst. Welcome to the show, Aubrey.
Thanks for having me.
All right, I'll get us started off. In Game 3 against Penn State this past weekend, you had a one hitter going to the 6th and the 3rd of the inning, but a 2-run shot at the end walked you off. How do you go about balancing the high of a good individual performance with the crushing blow of a tough loss like that for the team?
Yeah, so the whole game I just stuck to positive talk. I could see Penn State's players even laughing at me because I was having a full conversation with myself the whole game, but then balancing that with the challenge of giving up that home run. Obviously I put that loss on myself for a little bit, and then instantly my teammates picked me up really fast. They told me thank you so much for keeping us in it, and we should have been there for you. So it's just great to have such great teammates around me, really.
For sure. And as of late, the team has been going through a rough patch. So what has been the message in the locker room to keep you guys fighting, and who have really been the vocal leaders in the locker room?
Yeah, so I'd say our biggest leader is Sammy Woods, the senior. She really keeps us all just happy all the time. Last year, our spirit of the team wasn't great, and this year we all love each other a lot. So in the locker room, we're really just focusing on still being there for each other no matter what, and just not letting any of these games really affect us.
As a freshman, you posted a team-low 4.2 ERA while leading the team in strikeouts and wins. Going into year 2, what changes or hardships or growth areas have you seen in your performance?
Yeah, so being a sophomore now, it definitely gives me a lot of experience. Last year, I had no idea what I was going into. I will say that right now I'm struggling a little bit more, but earlier on in the season, I missed a weekend because I had the flu, and then the next weekend I didn't play well because I just wasn't back up to full how I usually throw. So I'm really just trying to continue grinding away at that ERA and just keep pushing hard and try and get back where I was last year.
You say you had the flu. What was the process kind of building back up over that time span?
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, I for a while couldn't even walk up the stairs in my buildings because I was out of breath. So they didn't let me pitch for a week and a half. So then when I went into that weekend against UVA, that was my first time pitching in 2 weeks. So I was definitely out of shape a little bit. And I mean, I wanted to be out there. I was not ready, I don't think.
There's only a little bit over a month left in the season now. So with the season nearing its end, of course, the senior class will be moving on as well. So kind of what have you learned from these seniors, and is there any lessons you've learned from that you'll pass on to the coming classes?
Yeah, so we've learned a lot from these seniors. They have really taught us how to just love each other no matter what. Last year I said we didn't have the best chemistry. This year we have great chemistry, and they've really facilitated that. They always have us over to the house, and we hang out as a team, and we're just able to really bond like that. And I just want to bring that to our freshmen next year and show them that we're all a team. This isn't an individual sport, and we all just want to keep loving each other, basically.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today, Aubrey. Thank you for taking the time to join us at the desk.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Now it's been 3 years since Lauren Carnes stepped foot onto College Park. However, her success within the Big Ten has not been the greatest.
Our very own Drew Owens is here to break it down. What do you got for us, Drew?
Joe, Jake, you said it right there. Since being in College Park, Maryland has struggled under Karn in conference play. Now, when Karn stepped into this position in 2023, she had many standout stars like Courtney Weiss, Jada McFarland, and Maisie McFarland. However, the Big Ten gauntlet was what stood in the way of success. In her first year as head coach, the Terps went 24-30 and 8-10 in the Big Ten. They were able to gain wins over ranked teams such as Oregon and Penn State. And on top of that, Maryland went on to win its second ever Big Ten tournament game against Penn State as the number 10 seed. But that success would soon dwindle in 2025 for Karn's squad. The team took a decline, going 18-31 overall and only 3-19 in conference play. Now, for those of you at home that are math folks, that is a 136 win percentage rate. Although they earned win against Rutgers and Purdue, they couldn't squander up enough wins to make it to the Big Ten tournament. And on top of that, the Terps had to deal with a conference realignment with the addition of UCLA, Oregon, Washington, and USC. And in the 2026 season, this has not gotten much better for Maryland. So far, they're 13-23 on the season and only 1-14 in conference play, and their schedule doesn't even get any easier than that. As you can see to my right here, they're facing Georgetown on Wednesday at home. Then number 18 Oregon will come to town this weekend. Howard's going to come here next Wednesday. Illinois will take a trip to College Park next weekend, and they'll round out their last 2 games against Delaware on the road and a 3-game series in East Lansing against Michigan State. Now, something to note is that Maryland is currently on a 9-game losing streak. And as you guys said it already, the Big Ten tournament will be in College Park. The road doesn't get any easier for the Terps. And if Maryland wants to get into the Big Ten tournament, they need to get some big-time wins. Back to you both in the studio.
Thanks, Drew. And Jake, yeah, Karn struggling in the Big Ten. She's not the only head coach here at Maryland who's struggling in the Big Ten play. You've got coaches like Mike Loxley, Matt Swope. They may be on the hot seat. Maybe Karn is too. We'll have to see what their future beholds.
Yeah, even like a new coach, Buzz Williams, I've heard some talks around just the fans saying, do we want him here still? So it's definitely an interesting time to be a Maryland
If you
fan.
can't win the Big Ten, you got a short leash here at Maryland. But when we return, we'll play a classic game with a Terrapin Sports Central twist.
Plus, we'll crown our season awards and show our top 5 plays of the season thus far. You won't want to miss it, so stick around.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
Welcome back to the Left Bench in Focus, brought to you by Terrapin Sports Central. I'm Jake Ballard Joe Wagman, and if there's one thing we love to do around here, it is have fun.
That's right, Jake, and today is no different, as we will be playing a classic game in headbands. We will both put the name of someone from Maryland's softball team on our foreheads and take turns giving each other clues to guess who is who. Let's get started.
Oh,
We have some TSC members coming to get us all set up. I'm going to try my hardest not to cheat, but I might have a...
Okay. Want me to get us started?
Yeah.
I'd say she's one of the best hitters on the team, definitely. She's a junior. Any thoughts right now? Or
Junior. Is Anna McGowan a junior? How many home runs does she have?
I believe it's four. I think she's like top 3-ish on the team in home runs. I'm not sure the specific number, but it's around the top for the team.
Did
sure.
she have a very clutch home run in a midweek game?
No, but I know she had a very clutch RBI during the Terrapin Invitational.
Is it Maria Penta?
Mariah Penta, it is.
Mariah Penta.
There we go.
All
right.
Not much in terms of RBI and home run production, but hits and just constantly on base.
Is it Sammy Woods?
It is. It is.
Bang. All right, hot start right now. We got another one, I believe, coming out.
They got us on easy mode to start.
They got us on easy mode.
Hopefully we can get a little challenge, but not too deep cut.
You're gonna get yours, so
yours is a little deep cut.
Okay. I'll start, and then because I'm gonna tee it up for you.
No offense to her.
You get us started here, because I'm gonna tee it up for you.
Position player.
Position, okay.
Not, an every dime starter.
Is it a pitcher?
No. I don't think you're gonna get this one, to be honest. But I can't give you much to work with here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to look at my notes and see if I can give you some other clues. Hey, let's come back to you.
Okay. Plain and simple, not a player.
Lauren Karn?
Yeah, it's just Lauren Karn. See, I told you, yours is a little easier. Mine's apparently hard mode.
Can I phone a friend? Producers, can I phone a friend? No, I can't call Aubrey back to the desk to give me some hints.
I could throw it a guess, even if it's wrong. I'll throw Gracelyn Solars out.
No.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it.
Three-letter first name. I know that makes it really tough. Can you think of many 3-letter first names?
No.
Joe.
Maybe.
That's it. That's all I got.
Is it you?
No, it's not me. I don't play softball.
I might have to tap out here.
Yeah. I might have to speak. I'm not good giving clues here. You're Bree Godfrey.
Bree Godfrey? Well, next time we know.
What you know her stats for the year?
Not off the top. I mean, there's a reason I know Mariah Penta's stats at the top of the year, very specifically. But we can take these off.
Do we have another round? No. All right. Well, that was fun. So let's move on and let's have some more fun and hand out some awards.
And so we're gonna get started with the best pitcher. So my pick was very easy here. I'm gonna have to be giving this to Kira Booker. Of all the Terps pitchers, Booker leads the pack in every counting stat. She holds the best ERA and has allowed the least home runs of them all. Additionally, she has the best win-loss record at 5-5, playing a huge role in Maryland winning the Terrapin Invitational. For this reason, Booker is our pick for best pitcher.
Stepping off the mound and into the batter's box, our award for this season's best hitter goes to none other than Sammy Woods. Woods currently leads the team with a .398 batting average, 41 hits, 23 walks, and 13 multi-hit games. The senior also has 1 home run, 12 RBIs, and a .462 on-base percentage through her 33 starts. She is currently on a 7-game on-base streak after setting a team-high 15-game streak earlier this season. Congrats to Sammy Woods for being our best hitter.
Our final award is the biggest of them all, the team's most valuable player, and like I said, there's a reason I knew Mariah Penta's stats on hand, and that's because she is our most valuable player. All around, Penta has been very effective all season long, finding herself near the top for every single statistic. She is second in batting average, hits and RBIs, third in home runs, and first in on-base percentage. She's also made major plays like the walk-off RBI against UMBC. So congratulations to her for being named our MVP.
Now that awards are wrapped up, let's move on to the best part of the show.
I agree. Top 5 plays?
Yep, you know it. I'll get us started. Coming in at number 5, we have the left-handed pitcher, Caitlin Olensky, catches it with the right and throws it the first to get the quick little ending double play in the second. Just quick reflexes all around, showing off the stuff.
I can't stop talking about Mariah Penta. It seems she has a home run here. Guess the game really started against Delaware, and this opened the door for the Terps to dominate.
Coming in at number 3, we have a midweek thriller against George Washington. Maddie Benson with a bomb. Her first of the game with more to come, ties it at 4 in the 5th. This is just the beginning of the Maddie Benson game though. There's still more to come, I think, in these top 5.
And I mentioned it earlier, number 2 is Mariah Penta's walk-off single against UMBC. This brought home 2 runners, and that gave them the win over UMBC and allowed them to sweep the Terrapin Invitational over the weekend.
Yeah, Jake, I think I know who your favorite player is here. Moving on to number 1, it has to be no one other than the extra inning walk-off grand slam. Far, deep to right, inside the pole, Maddie Benson's second home run of the game gave the Terps a midweek dramatic 11-7 win. What a game. Well, that does it for us today. Make sure to follow us on all of our coverage on Instagram, X, YouTube, and online at terrapinsportscentral.com.
Benji Kaufman and Jonah Jansevich return to the desk on Monday to anchor the Left Bench Live at 6:30.
Thanks for sticking with us.